Hello. Hi, everyone. I am Allie Katz. I am the program coordinator here at the Writers' House. Just want you to know, please sign our mailing list. You'll find out about all sorts of great events like this. We have lots, at least one a day. She's a famous part of the Writers' House community. I heard about her before I even started working here. So she's a legend. We'll call her legendary as far as the house goes. But I'm not going to do the introducing for Cecilia. We have Leopold Brant to do that for us. Here is Leopold.
Thank you all so much for coming and joining us. Thank you, Jennifer, Judy, for having us. I'm here also tonight with my brother, Haerie Brant. You know, Miss Corrigan is a graduate of this prestigious institution, it's so lovely to be here now today because you can sort of see that people feel comfortable dressing sort of however they want. It used to mean something to be here, but now, as we can see, it's just sort of, is this the water? Yeah. Oh, I would drink it, but when you really want to do it, the lubrication comes naturally, I feel. So I'll just pass on drinking that water. Miss Corrigan was a graduate of this institution, and she did study with the MoMA Poet Laureate Kenneth Goldsmith. Oh no, she didn't study with the MoMA Poet Laureate. Why didn't she study with him? That's so odd. Yeah, just sort of mellow out. I mean, it's a very mellow here anyway, but just try and relax and listen. So just maybe drink a bit of this water. There's no cup, of course. It's just been given to us like this. But
Ya, ya, the bird, the starling, afterwards.
Ya, as in frustration. The bird starling speaks to remind us of the warning afterwards, the comfort of Mary Poppins, and how safe you felt from the other side of the window.
When she comes, the city fogged as catbacks might be.
She, as in Mary Poppins, forged as catbacks, as in Eliot's The Wasteland.
Floating or crawling, who was what seen through the glass, this season of discipline?
Threatening, frightening victims of bomb attacks, Mary Poppins as spectre, threatening, now a force of discipline and revenge. Britain is not a blanket fort anymore, but a cage.
Is Cecilia here?
No. Cecilia's lateness makes me think now about the misery and pain of lateness and waiting for maidens. And there's no one who put this to lyric better than the great Stephen Sondheim. I think we all agree about that. Thank you, Stephen. He wrote the most golden and crisp and crispy media. He wrote Into the Woods, which, like Corrigan's Titanic, is a crown made of found media objects, in this case stories or fairy tales, which he cut into bits and reshaped using the archaic form called collage. Are we still on the camera? There's no tape here.
she's just out of reach. Agony that can cut like a knife. I must have her to warm.
Can I? Thank you. Thank you so much for making it. Now, the way this all started was about 27 years and 35 weeks ago, the development of my external genitalia started to become fully differentiated from my mom's uterus. At that time, my genitals would have started forming a few weeks before that. But let's say, instead of the tiny cells of my clitoris and labia majora, a little penis had formed on me around week 11 of my mom's pregnancy in the spring of 1986. In that case, I'd have been a male baby, a man now. Let's call me David. Let's say I was taking a similar compound of synthetic estrogen, like maybe an extremely high dosage, a daily injection of silboestrol. I'd experience a reduction in libido, reduced testicular size, impotence, and probably I'd begin to grow breasts and put on weight.
You were reading from here. Something about... Did you mention love and you were in love with somebody?
Yes.
That's so
Yes.
interesting. So is he here now tonight with us?
It didn't work out. It recently ended, so it's kind of.
So this is a
painful
book
to-
about that breakup then?
I mostly wrote it when the relationship was still continuing.
Oh,
yeah.
that's
yeah.
wonderful. Okay, wonderful. You're here with that. That's great. So why don't you tell us a bit about him and sort of how big was the ring and everything and what happened with it and everything?
Well, as I mentioned, it didn't really.
I know. Yeah. So awkward.
Anyway, I mean, I blame myself for a lot of it. I'm kind of a workaholic, you know.
Don't blame yourself. It's always the man's fault, no
Thank
matter
you.
what. I mean, you had even from
Well,
the beginning, I'm sure he was
they
plotting
were-
and scheming away, and you had no role in it at all, I'm sure.
At first, it was like, Cecilia, sweetie, only a doctor for you. And then it was like, only a lawyer, only tenured faculty, okay, only an accountant, okay, someone who has drive, someone with ambition, you know, someone who has a college degree. And now, you know, it's like, Cecilia, darling, there's a very attractive man outside. I think you should introduce yourself. He's the one with the mask and the gun and the coat hanger next to our car. Why don't you go see what he's up to? Go ahead and introduce yourself, yeah. And I just think it's a really big decision, that's all, okay? And I think it's something everybody needs to decide for themselves, because once you bring that life into the world, you can't take it back. You can't change your mind, you know? It's a really intense decision that you have to really think about, because once that child's there, they're your child, you know, and they're with you for life unless you kill them.